Hey, baby, you know what it is. It's WSMESM Enlightenment Radio, Feel Good Radio at its finest. The great Doc P with you right here. Hey, happy April, baby. Spring is in the air. And you know what? Spring also means new beginnings. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is new beginnings, new self-awareness, new involvement. Hey, you know, this is the time now, baby. A lot of great, absolutely great, magnificent things happening in New England, specifically Massachusetts, specifically Mansfield, Massachusetts. Okay. Hey, you know, I'm talking about the road to diversity and understanding. All right. The community organizing workshop series. It starts now, baby. Okay. This is the time for you to get involved with your community. All right. Hey, you know, if you care about diversity, if you care about equality in your community, all right. Hey, this is the time right now. And I have the members with me right here. I have Nicole.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. What's going on, Nicole? How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Marjorie, how are you? Can you hear us?
Now I can hear you, yes.
Marjorie is in the house. We have Tyler in the house.
Hi, hello.
Hey, these are a couple of the foundational members of the Road to Diversity and Understanding. How are you guys? How's everybody?
Everything's good.
Doing well.
Awesome. Well, hey, you know, the purpose of this gathering right here is to let everybody know about what's going on this week. Okay. All right. What's going on this month. All right. In April, the Community Organizing Workshop Series. All right. Hey, join us and learn how people build power, organize for change, take action in their communities, plus how to get involved with the road to diversity and understanding. Nicole, let us know what this whole thing is really all about. What's going on?
Yeah, so the Road to Diversity and Understanding, we are committed to our community, and we are offering this training so that people understand how to be involved, how we mobilize, how we actually make change. And so we are partnering with Massachusetts Community Actions Network. I feel very lucky that we have this opportunity. Co-director William Dickerson will be here to train us and lead us and show us the way. It will be really informative, and it will be hands-on, so everybody will learn. And the first one on April 10th will be more of an introduction to what community organizing is, and what that commitment looks like, and you know what the reality is, and how that is. So on April 10th, if you're curious about community organizing, if you've been wondering like how to get involved more, how to get to know your neighbors more, how to be as organized as people in Minneapolis, like how do they do that? How are they so connected? So this is going to teach us the ways in which we can organize together, take care of our community, find out the best ways to, make changes so everyone's taken care of, everybody has what they need. We need to hold people accountable sometimes, and how we do that. And the second training on the 16th will be like diving in, so we'll get started. And it's also a call to, would you like to join the Road to Diversity and Understanding in this endeavor? And so you can find out more about our work, our future goals, and as a community organizer, you can't do any organizing if the community isn't interested or wants to be a part of that. There's more of us than there is of the people in power, and we have a voice and we have power. And if we don't use that, and if we don't come together and stand up for what we find we want to be important and we want to see our communities be, then nothing changes.
You know,
So,
and that's a real interesting point that you said. There are more of us than there are of them that's in power. Think about that and let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So, you know, you talk about representation, people sit around and complain that things aren't fair out here. You know, hey, you know, you got to take action. You got to take action. Marjorie, what would you add to that? You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a lot of this comes from a personal place. You know, when we were talking about, you know, our own experiences, you know, what would you add to that? You know, to give folks a little bit more incentive to come on out.
Oh, that's easy. Um, Learning something new would be like I would say definitely on the plateau right there. And we as people are never satisfied, but we never know how to go about getting some kind of satisfaction.
Mm-hmm.
And with the workshop, I know for a fact that there's new information that we will learn and how to navigate with that new information that we're going to give out.
Absolutely, absolutely. And our friend Tyler is in the house. Tyler, hey, you know, a brother here who comes from a history, and a family of activism. You know, Tyler, you know, how could you stress the importance of this?
I think it's gotten even more important. As I said, it's always been important since the 60s, but with all the way that people, all of the leadership and the rich people wanting to go back the other way, I think it's even more important that we need to get involved now than it was in the past, but probably because of the reactions that maybe we didn't do enough in the past, but because of all this, because of the wars and the wars are designed to take away all domestic spending, all domestic programs. I just said that today. So
Ooh,
it's a new thing that Trump is coming out of about changing the budget. So it's even more important today than it was in the past. But it's not the first time it's happened. We have the Revolutionary War.
mm-hmm.
We have Abolition Day and the anti-slavery movement, and then the women's rights movement. The suffrage movement. So it's not the first time that has been an issue.
That's right. That's right. This is a reoccurring thing, and history has taught us. History has taught us that, hey, you know, if you don't get involved, nothing changes. Nothing changes. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time. All right, get up, as James Brown would say. You know, get involved, baby. All right, April 10th and April 16th. All right, hey, you know, it's the Community Organizing Workshop Series, Session 1 this week, April 10th. All right, hey, you know, it's going down at the Public Safety Complex Community Room in Mansfield. Hey, you know, this is the time. This is the time, folks. What would you like to say to them in closing there, Nicole?
if you're feeling helpless, if you're feeling hopeless, always take action. That like cures your depression, cures your anxiety, gives you a path forward, and doing it together with your neighbors and your community will nourish that feeling of fear that they're trying to make us feel. So coming together, having a plan, that's how we can move forward in these times, and wake up in the morning and feel like we got this, we can do this, we're together, and we're not alone, and not be confused. Here's the answer, here we go.
I think you said it in a nutshell, you know, when you said, we got this.
We
We
got
got this, folks. Let's make some change in the community. Get involved. It's the Community Organizing Workshop Series, April 10th and April 16th, 6:30 to 8:30. Session 1, April 10th, this week. Get involved, folks, with the Road to Diversity and Understanding. Thank you for joining me, folks. Peace.